Welcome to another video walk around. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Toyota Camry SE in this gorgeous gray color. This front wheel drive 4-door 5-passenger sedan comes with a 4-cylinder engine mounted to an automatic transmission. As an added bonus, this vehicle is a Toyota certified used vehicle and has only had one previous owner and has no accidents reported. Starting on the exterior with some of the notable features, you got a great looking front end thanks to the nice chrome piece that bridges across between the headlights. You've also got some really aggressive looking headlights thanks to the projector beams, and you've also got this nice mesh pattern to the grille below. You've also got these great looking lights here which help to add some style and utility. As we move around to the side of the vehicle, you'll notice the 16-inch alloy rims that the vehicle currently rides on, and those are wrapped in the Nokian winter tires. And if we take a look up top here, we've got this great looking chrome trim that surrounds the windows all the way down. This vehicle has a great looking side profile, and there's lots to see in the rear as well. Back here we've got a nice color matched trunk lid spoiler that extends all the way across, and you've got that same great chrome trim that extends between the taillights as well. Back here you'll also find the Camry badging as well as the SE badging, and you've got a nice chrome tipped exhaust. This all gives it a very sporty and premium feel, and this vehicle drives even better than it looks. So let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look at some of the notable interior features. Hopping inside this Camry is nice and easy thanks to the remote keyless entry. Simply hit the unlock button on the key fob and you'll be inside. You'll also notice on the key fob here that you do have the trunk release, which is a handy feature, so you don't have to hop inside to pop the trunk. Inside you're greeted with this gorgeous black seating with the very nice red accent stitching, and you've also got the fabric middle as well as the leather material on the outsides, giving it a very cool and unique look. You've also got the manual adjustments for the driver's seat, as well as the nice Camry badging on the door sill there. And you've also got the Toyota branded all-weather mats, making them nice and easy to clean regardless of how dirty or wet they get. So let's go ahead and hop inside this spacious interior and take a look at some of the notable interior features. The features inside this Camry start over here on the driver's side door panel. You've got a great design to the door panel, including a nice door pull here. And you've also got this silver accent piece that runs all the way along to give it a very polished and premium look. You've also got the controls for the power windows, locks, and mirrors integrated into the panel. And of course the two front windows are both automatic. Just below, you've also got some additional storage in the door panel, as well as an extra cup holder. And if you take a look just to the right of the door panel, you've got this handy storage cubby here, which is nice for some coins or something of that nature. And just above that, we have the button to toggle the traction control on and off, as well as this nice silver panel here that runs all the way across the dash to the passenger side as well. And up top, you've got that same great red accent stitching that we find all throughout the interior that runs all the way across the top and over to the passenger side as well. Take a look back at the steering wheel, you'll find that same great design with the red accent stitching and the 3-spoke design. And speaking of the steering wheel, if you take a look underneath here at the steering column, you will find the manual adjustment for the tilt steering to get that steering wheel in the perfect position. If you take a look up top at the turn signal stalk, you'll find that this vehicle does come equipped with automatic headlights, which is a very nice set it and forget it feature. And this vehicle also comes equipped with paddle shifters to give it a very sporty feel when you are manually rowing through the gears. On the left hand side of the steering wheel here, you have the buttons to navigate the infotainment system. You can do that with these buttons here. And you've also got the volume rocker as well as the audio mode selector, and you can also mute the system by holding that. And finally, of course, you also have the back button. On the right hand side of the steering wheel here, you have the buttons to navigate the screen in the center of the gauge cluster, and I'll show you what's included in that in just a moment. And you've also got the Bluetooth hands-free calling buttons as well as the voice recognition button. Below that, you'll also find the cruise control stalk, which is a handy feature for those long haul drives. So let's go ahead and take a look at that screen that I mentioned. You can see at the very top there, you are displayed the external temperature as well as the road conditions, and at the bottom you've got your odometer. And you can see that this vehicle currently has 46,930 kilometers on it. In the very first information screen here, we have the digital speedometer as well as the range. And just below that, we have the average fuel economy as well as the current fuel economy. And finally, we have the trip tracking, so you can track your kilometers as well as your trip time. In the next screen over, you have any relevant vehicle messages or warnings. And finally, you have vehicle settings. In this menu, you can access your language settings, units, drive info, and at the bottom here, you've also got access to the eco indicator, the pop-up display, accent colors, and of course, you can also reset the settings to the default with that button there. If we take a look at the center console here, you've got this great looking silver piece that runs all the way around, giving it a very premium feel. And just above, we also have a couple of climate vents. If you take a look at this touchscreen infotainment system here, you can see the audio options include your standard AM, FM, and CD, though this vehicle also comes equipped with USB, auxiliary, and Bluetooth, so you can listen to your own audio regardless of the type of device that you have. You've also got access to some trip information through the car button on the side, and you can see you've got your fuel economy as well as your elapsed time and your average speed. You can also access some setup options through this menu here. And you've of course got your general voice display, Bluetooth, and you also have your phone if you have that hooked up via Bluetooth as well. And you can also access the vehicle customization through this menu here. Finally, this screen also acts as your backup camera, so when you put this vehicle in reverse, you'll see that pop right up. Just below that, we have the hazard lights as well as the passenger airbag warnings, and just below that we have the climate controls. This is a single zone climate control vehicle, but it does come equipped with heated mirrors for those cold winter days, and of course you've also got the air conditioning for those hot summer days, both of which are very nice to have in the Okanagan. Just below that we have this nice panel here that hides the 12-volt outlet as well as the USB and auxiliary inputs, and you've also got a very generous storage cubby here that extends quite a ways back. You can hide that just behind this door here to give it a very sleek and polished look. And if you take a look below that on the right hand side here, we have a couple of cup holders, and then of course we have the shifter for the car, and that has that same great red accent stitching as well. You've also got the manual shifting here if you wanted to shift with the shifter rather than the paddles. If we look further down, you'll find the adjustments for the heated seats for both the driver and the passenger. And if we take a look at the center console here, you've got a nice padded top to this center console, and inside you've got tons of space. It's a nice deep center console, and you've also got a 12-volt outlet there. If you take a look at the passenger side footwell, you'll find those same great all-weather mats, and you've also of course got your standard glove box, and you are able to pop that open with this button here. If you take a look over at the passenger side door panel there, you'll find the same great design as on the driver's side, and you've got the controls for the power locks as well as the passenger side window. If you take a look up top here, you'll find the sunglasses holder, which is a nice feature to have. And finally, you've got the sun visors, but you've also got this really handy fold-out piece on the side to ensure that you can block the sun regardless of the position, which is a really unique and neat feature to have. So let's go ahead and hop out and take a look at some of the features in the rear of this vehicle. In back, you've got more of that same fantastic black seating with the very nice fabric insert in the middle, and you've also got the leather on the bolsters here as well as on the headrest, and of course you've also got that same great sporty red accent stitching that follows all the way down. In the footwells here, you'll find plenty of legroom for the rear passengers, and you've also got the same great all-weather mats. And you'll also find a couple of handy storage pockets in the back of the driver and the passenger seat. And you've also got a handy storage cubby in the back of the center console. You'll also find this handy fold-out armrest that has some additional cup holders, and it's a nice padded armrest. And if we take a look at the door panel here, you'll find the switch for the rear windows, as well as some additional drink storage in the bottom of the door panel. So let's go ahead and take a look in the trunk. You'll find a very generous carpeted cargo area, and that's nice and easy to access with the trunk release button. And like I said, it was a very generous cargo area with plenty of space for anything that you might have to store. And if it's too big to fit in the trunk, you've also got the 60/40 split fold down rear seats, which makes it nice and easy to access to some additional cargo space for your cargo. And you just fold those down with the pull tabs there. You've also got back here the handy storage net, so you can keep your cargo organized. And you've also got the original Camry carpeted mats if you wanted to switch those out. Underneath here you have the tools to change a flat, and of course you've also got the spare located just under the tools. That concludes this short video walk around, but there's lots to see in this vehicle that I didn't get the chance to show you. So make sure you stop by Kelowna Toyota, located at 1200 Leadhead Road, or visit us online at KelownaToyota.com for more information. We look forward to seeing you soon.